Okay, thanks, Kristen. Again, good evening and welcome council, staff and residents to the regular council meeting for Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026, and we are being streamed live. So I'll call the meeting to order with the land acknowledgement at 5:36. We are meeting today on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Huron-Wendat, Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee peoples. We acknowledge our shared obligation to respect, honor, and sustain these lands and the natural resources contained within. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. We would also like to acknowledge the Mohawk and Algonquin nations, whose traditional and unceded territory we are gathered upon today. Hastings County is situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. Next, I need a motion that the agenda for the regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Marmon Lake for Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026 be approved as presented. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Ron, Mike, seconds. Any discussion on the agenda? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Is there any declaration of pecuniary interest? Okay, thank you. Next is my mayor's report. February the 17th, I attended the Hastings County Finance, Property and Personnel and Planning and Development Committee meetings. Following those meetings, I attended the mayor's luncheon at Madoc Township, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. And that evening was Marmon Lake regular meeting of council. February the 25th, I participated virtually in the Southeast Health Board meeting. February the 26th, I attended the regular Hastings County Council meeting, and the 2026 budget was passed with a 6.7% increase. At 6:30 that night, I presided over the special meeting of council to receive public input to the 2026 Marmon Lake budget. Nancy Sinclair, treasurer, presented the 2026 budget, which shows a 4.7% increase. The treasurer and department heads collaboratively prepared the budget. There were 4 members of the public that provided input for council's consideration. Nancy did a fantastic job in both preparing the budget and presenting the details of the budget. Thank you to Nancy and the team for providing council with a responsible and reasonable budget document. The final budget meeting is scheduled for March the 12th, starting at 9:30 a.m. On February 27th, I participated in the ribbon cutting ceremony at Crescent Care, officially designating the week of March the 1st to the 8th as International Women in Wellness Week. The event was organized by the Soul Sisters. The theme for the event is Gain to Give. This location is ideal to celebrate the women of our community and to recognize their many contributions over the years. As a gesture of appreciation on behalf of council, I thank them for their contribution to the community, and I presented each lady in attendance as well as the staff with a red rose. February the 28th, I met with CAO in preparation for tonight's council meeting. Next, we don't have any public meetings or delegations or public input unless, Chris, where you know, okay. So next is adoption of the minutes of the regular meeting for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. And the recommendation is that the foregoing minutes of the regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Marmon Lake held Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 be approved as presented. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Ron, second. Jane, any discussion on those minutes? All in favor? That's carried. Committee and board reports. Economic Development Advisory Committee, minutes of November 26, 2025, and the Eastern Ontario Trails Alliance minutes of January the 8th, 2026. So the recommendation is that the foregoing minutes and reports of the committees and boards listed are hereby received for information. And I have a mover and a seconder. Eric, you get a seconder. Mike, any comments or questions about those minutes? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Correspondence for direction. Jill Stewart, Campbellford Memorial Hospital Auxiliary Annual Tag Day request. The recommendation is the council approve the Campbellford Memorial Hospital Auxiliary's request to hold their annual tag day in Marmor on Friday, May 15th and Friday, September the 4th, 2026. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Mike, second. Ron, any discussion on that correspondence for direction? I have some concerns about the location for this. I believe that in years gone by, the Lions Club, I believe it was at the time, wanted to do this boot collection, or what is it called? John, fill up the boot or something. And I just have a concern about traffic at those particular times, because we all know that the intersection where the lights are is extremely busy, especially on weekends. I don't know if anyone else shares my concern, but if you do, no other comments? Ron?
Yeah, I maybe missed that. I didn't know they were doing a boot drive at the Four Corners. I'm not like crazy about that either. Is that what they're doing? I didn't see that in there.
Isn't that the plan, John?
Through your chair, it's just a tag day. The boot was the fill the boot was a different thing, something that the fire department. So in terms of the tag day, I'm not as familiar as to how it's been held in the past, but I know with respect to your other comments about other times before, I just know that it was something that was a practice that stopped at one point. The concern for traffic would be one. I don't know enough about the details of what is involved in this.
I would like to note as well, do they have MTO approval? If it involves Highway 7.
Through your chair, I think maybe one of the things we need to do is understand where the tag day is happening for the 2 days. I think maybe the other discussion with respect to the boot and that collection was with respect to Highway 7 and concerns there. Maybe what I can do is take this back, get more information, and bring it forward at the next council meeting with respect to more detail.
Thank you. We have a motion on the floor, so I'd like to put forth an amendment that we get more information to do with where the specific location and do they have MTO on board. Can I get a mover? And I'll move that. Mike, are you seconding that? Go ahead, Mike.
No, I just want to make a comment. I don't ever remember them doing it at the Four Corners in all the years that they've done it. I might be wrong, but I don't ever remember that being a place where they did the tag day, but it would be good. Yes, it would be good to get it clarified.
Okay, thank you. So are you going to second that motion?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. All in favor of the that we refer this back to for more information on the specific location and if they have MTO approval, if it includes Highway 7. Okay, I'm just a little concerned that we're giving some sort of approval without like getting the additional information. Go ahead, Eric. Oh, sorry.
Well, I was just maybe a friendly amendment to the friendly amendment is we also verify what the activity is, because we're concerned whether it's a boot drive or we don't know. We don't know what it is. So
I'm okay with that.
We need to confirm the location and the activity.
You want to know, say that again?
Well, just to confirm, like to add on to your motion, to confirm the location, but what the actual
What the
activity is that they're
activity is.
doing.
Okay, I think we'll vote on the amendment and then we'll vote on, go ahead,
What's the word?
Kristen.
Sorry, Madam Chair. It's not really an amendment, it's a new motion.
Okay,
Because the current motion on the floor is to approve the request, where your suggestion is to not approve the request. So I think we would need to defeat or withdraw the current motion on the floor and make a new one, because it's not really amending it. It's
okay. On the advice of the clerk, I'm good with that. Did you want to comment further, Eric? Okay. Okay, so I'll put the first motion or the original motion then to a vote. So all in favor? So that's defeated. So the next motion is what we just said, as we're putting it forth as a new motion then. Is everybody clear on that, clear with that? Go ahead, Ron.
I'm not, we're defeating the motion. And I don't understand why we are defeating that motion, because we're in favor of them doing it. We just want a little more information. I don't think we should defeat this motion to support them on what they're doing. We just want to know where they're doing it. That's all.
Well, maybe
Really
the,
not defeating a motion. The motion is fine. I think the way it reads, we just want more information on. Am I right with that? I don't think we should defeat that motion.
I'm just not sure how to facilitate what we're wanting to do.
maybe,
Because we're making a motion to approve it, but we don't really want to approve it.
Oh.
but maybe we could put it that, we, endorse we endorse what they're asking
Right.
for. We are, acknowledging what they're asking for, but we want more information and specific to what we said, prior to approval, to bring it back to the next council meeting with that information.
Okay, so what if we were to amend the original motion by saying that council support the request, and defer a decision until the next meeting when staff brings back
Okay.
more information? Is that
I just
okay that
don't
we
want to
add those?
imply- I just don't want to imply that they've got approval
Right,
until we see the additional information.
And I just don't want to look like we're not in favor of it either.
Yeah,
because
no,
right.
agreed.
It's a good
That's,
thing. So-
I think support's a good word. I think, Kristen, that's,
Okay, so
Okay.
let's pretend we didn't vote. So we need a seconder for the amendment.
okay, can I get a well, Mike seconded. Are you okay with that, Mike?
So it's gonna read that, we support the intention of the
Yeah,
tag day, but it's dependent upon
Defer a decision,
location,
yes.
and the type of fundraising, not the type of fundraising. I don't know how to word the other thing, but I've never seen them do a boot day there ever. They sell little tags that go on your
I-
button of your shirt.
I remember when the firemen used to do a boot day there.
Right, but that was the fireman. It's never been the hospital. Tag day is the same as the Navy kids used to do and cadets used to do. Sell you a little tag for it's a long time ago. 5
Thanks,
cents, and you hung it on your shirt to say that you'd supported the effort. But
Okay.
anyways, we do need to know where it's going to be and the type of thing that they're going to do to
You're okay
get
to,
people to buy the tags.
you're okay to second it then, Mike?
Sure.
Thanks. So anything further? All in favor? That's carried. Next is.
so then we
committee-
need to vote on the original motion as amended.
Okay, as amended, okay. So can I get a seconder for that? Or no, we've got the seconder. All in favor of approving the amendment? Thank you. That's carried. Thanks, Kristen. Next is committee reappointment support request from the Crow Valley Representative Appointment Request. that council support the reappointment of George Offshack as the municipal representative for the Crow Valley Source Protection Area on the Trent Conservation Source Protection Committee. Can I get a mover and a seconder? Ron, second? Eric, any discussion? Go ahead, Ron.
Just maybe if I could get clarification to the chair from John. John, how does this affect the new restructuring moving forward? Is it, or does it affect it?
So through your chair to Councillor Derry, my understanding is that any of the proposed changes, including the representation that will be on the newly constituted conservation authorities, going from the 36 to either the 7 or 9, that is something that's pending. So I think that's what this is, will be in place until such time as whatever the new model will be. And I think in that context, the representation may not be the full municipal representation as we've been used to for so many years. So I think this is a stopgap to do that until such time as those other proposed changes take effect. And I think the expectation is later on this year.
What I thought. Thank you.
Okay. Anything further? All in favor? That's carried. Next is the Building Inspection Services Board report for January 2026. And the recommendation is that council receive it for information. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Ron, second? Jane, any discussion? Go ahead, Mike.
But the only thing I noted in it is, I think out of all, I think we had 8 or 9 permits, but I think more than three quarters of them were just renewals of permits that didn't get done over the winter time. So it's sort of, the number distorts what's really happening. That's just one of my comments.
Thanks. Anything else? All in favor? That's carried. There are no bylaws at this point. Notice of motions and announcements. I have an announcement that I'd like to make, and then I'll open it up. And this is to do with the Alto high-speed train proposal. I've been watching on Facebook and had a few personal emails regarding it. And so I just wanted to put some information out there, just that there's sort of a standard approach that I have at this moment anyway. I don't think that I'm not prepared to take a stand in either way until I have sufficient information. So I just wanted to say, for the public's benefit, Marmarin Lake, as well as the broader community, should be aware that on Thursday, March the 5th, 2026, there will be an open house at the Madoc Township Recreation Center and another open house on Wednesday, March the 25th at the Sterling and District Lions Club. These open houses have been scheduled to understand more about the proposed Alto high-speed rail project. I would encourage people to attend either of these scheduled events to gain a better understanding of the project, the 2 proposed corridors being considered, and any possible impacts. As was recently covered in local media, the CAO and myself will be attending a panel discussion on March 24th, being held by Alto to gain a better understanding of the possible social, economic, and environmental impacts to the municipality. Without having more details and information about the project, it is difficult to determine the impact on our municipality. However, people can be reassured that every effort will be made to protect the interest of Marmarin Lake residents. So thank you. So I'll turn it over. Does anybody else have any? Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I also wanted to remind the public of that upcoming community engagement. So I'd like to remind the public regarding the community engagement for the federal Alto high-speed rail project. I would strongly urge you to attend and learn about the project and get informed about the proposal and what it may mean for Marmarin Lake. There are 2 information sessions being held March 5th in Madoc from 11 till 3 and 5 to 9. So even those after work can attend. That one is this Thursday. March 25th is 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. and 5 to 9 in Sterling at the Lions Club there. If you can't attend in person, there are also virtual live sessions that you can also attend and sign up for through the Alto website. I strongly encourage residents to also not just attend, but participate in the online consultation portion. You can complete a survey, submit a letter with written feedback, and you can also use the interactive map to mark areas that you feel should be brought to attention in our area. Next Thursday morning is our annual budget meeting where council deliberates on the final budget plan for 2026. If you have feedback, questions, or want to share your priorities, there is still time to reach out to council. Personally, you can reach me by phone or email, and you can find my contact information along with the rest of council on the municipal website, or you can arrange an in-person meeting. The Economic Development Advisory Committee in Marmorant Lake is looking for new members. This municipal advisory committee meets one evening per month. We are in search of people who can see a positive future here. People who are invested in their own business in the municipality, people who have families and understand the essential role that businesses play in our community's future. People with a wealth of career knowledge or life experience, people who have a vision and can help identify obstacles, but also opportunities. People who know or are part of Marmorant Lake's proud history. People who are new residents or members of the community looking for a chance to be involved. If any of these sound like you, please consider applying. You can check the careers tab on the Marmorant Lake website for full application information. The deadline is March 18th. If you'd like information and want to just have a discussion about is this committee a right fit for you or more information about what the committee does, please reach out to me. 2 events ongoing this weekend. Women in Wellness Expo is taking place at the Marmora Legion on Saturday from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. You can find the full event schedule on the Women in Wellness page on Facebook, as well as a long list of local entrepreneurial female-run businesses who are on the vendor list. The Marmora Pentecostal Church is hosting their annual pancake breakfast this Saturday at the community center. It runs from 8 a.m. till 10:30. Fresh hot pancakes, sausages, maple syrup, strawberries, juice, coffee, and tea are only $10 and $5 for kids. All proceeds from this event go to the Food for Learning program at Marmora Public and Sacred Heart School. And lastly, a final reminder for families for March break. The Marmorant Lake Library has some amazing free programmings running Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And thanks to some sponsors that have stepped forward, there's also free public skating in the arena Monday through Friday from 3 till 4.
Thank you. So next we're going to go into convene.
No.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Right.
Sorry, I
Okay,
didn't.
That's okay. At this point, I'd just like to apologize to Councillor Lakatos for the way I talked to her during the previous meeting. I apologize. Going forward, I hope to watch my language and be more cognizant of the effect that it has. I just want to say I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. So we're going to convene into closed session. And the recommendation is that council will proceed into a closed meeting session at 6 o'clock under the Municipal Act 2001, Section 239(2)B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. D, labor relations or employee negotiations, re-policy enforcement. B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. And D, labor relations or employee negotiations, re-policy enforcement. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Eric, second Ron. All in favor? That's carried.